cross beyond the material needs when people think from the cycle of birth and death. Hello, hello. Material nature is compared to young and swiftness that is the same even further. Ahun, Vijaya, Yodha, Pita. The, the combination of material nature and the living being thus gives rise to the mul- multitude of life forms which are in turn bound by the moods of material nature and forced to act under the influence. The mood of godness is characterized by freedom from impurities, thus which gives knowledge with free one from distress and conditions, one with pleasure and accomplishment, passion, manifest intense desire, anchoring and attachment, and the brain, the in-between im- imbued, imbued into his action. Ignorance is that which bewilders all embodied dreams and contains one through confusion, laziness, and excessive sleep. The three modes of material nature thus condition one to the illusion of happiness, the attachment of perfect action, and bewilderment due to an insufficient fund of knowledge. The combination of the modes of nature are endless, each fighting with the other for supremacy. Due to this, the embodied living beings are in a constant state of confusion as to purpose of life, and the consequences is the suffering of birth, death, old age, and disease. In the above five verses, the characteristics of the three modes of nature are further described, as well as their influence over the embodied living being at the time of death. When one dies in the mood of godness, illu- illusionated by knowledge, he reaches the higher planets where those of great intellect reside. When one dies in the mood of passion, characteristics of great, selfish activity, ambition, restlessness, and hankering, he is reborn among those who are attached to worldly activities. And when the most unfortunate among these men died in the mood of ignorance, characterized by darkness, laziness, confusion, and delusion, they take part again in the womb of uncivilized people or even those descend into the animal kingdom to begin dogs, cats, and beasts of burden. study of Bhagavad Gita enables one to transcend the modes of nature because such knowledge is in itself transcendent and free from the defects of mistake, illusion, cheating, and false perception. In other words, the knowledge contained in Bhagavad Gita is perfect and complete. By transcending the modes of nature, Sri Krishna promises that one will be liberated from the miseries of birth, death, old age, and disease, and one will taste the nectar of immortality. This is also confirmed in the Isopanishad as follows: one who transcends ignorance and attains transcendental knowledge certainly rises above the influence of repeated birth and death and tasted the nectar of immortality. The contemporary worldview of advancement of knowledge is that knowledge is attained through direct evidence, experience, hypothesis, and speculation. This process of acquiring knowledge is called Aroha Pantha or the ascending processes. However, the ascending process of knowledge relies completely on the mind, intelligence, and senses, and is subject to the four material defects of mistake, illusion, cheating, and the false perception. Accordingly, no scientific knowledge is perfect, nor can it be perfect. Truly, by the admission of many scientists, they never really attain the end of knowledge. The more they learn, the more there is to learn, or the more they learn, the more they discover that their predecessors predecessors were wrong. In any case, scientists admit that they do not have perfect knowledge. Death comes and another generation of scientists is reduced to dust. Knowledge that is descending from Sri Krishna and through the Guru Visuddhi Parampara is known as Aparaha Protha and is free from material defects. Bhagavad Gita means the world of Sri Krishna reality which enables one to achieve the perfection of life before death comes. The symptoms of one who is free from the modes of nature are herein described. Such a person is equally disposed to the dualities of the material world. Such a person is not affected by happiness and distress because he knows the temporary nature of both. The liberated person is content in the cultivation of the self and is not motivated by wealth or distressed by poverty. He sees gold, dirt, or simple stone as the same. He is wise, considering infamy and honor the same, and has no enemies, as he is impartial to both friends and foes. There are the characteristics of one who is transcendentally situated above the three modes of material nature. Srimad Bhagavatam confirms that in the following way: one who walks free of attachment is in the in mood of goodness. One who works with personal desire is in the mood of passion. One who works without discrimination of right and wrong is the mood of ignorance. But one who takes shelter of Sri Krishna is understood to be transcendental to the mood of material nature. The liberated person is always situated in Bhakti Yoga without divination because he knows Sri Krishna as the immortal, imperishable imperishable Brahman, the giver of eternal wisdom in the form of Bhagavad Gita as the fountainhead of supreme bliss. Om Tat Sat, thus in chapter 14 entitled Gunatraya Vibhagacho, Vibhagacho. From the conversation between Sri Krishna and Arjuna in the Upanishad known as Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the Yoga Shastra of divine knowledge from Vishnu Parva of Mahabharata, the literature revealed by Vyash in 100,000 verses. Next there is Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, the Yoga of Supreme Person. Herein, the material world is compared to a great banyan tree whose roots are above and branches below and whose leaves are double-thick almonds, etc. This is an analogy of the material world as a reflection of reality whose origin, foundation, and end are fully indistinguishable to conditioned living beings in the grasp of material illusion. One must cut through this illusion with the weapon of detachment and search out knowledge of the supreme abode of Krishna. The trio Naxis the following things. He removes the banyan tree with roots upward and branches downward backwards of faith that gives no but and purity. Perfection in Bhakti Yoga Srikishna consciousness is achieved without striving to be free from false pride and illusion. To achieve this, one should keep company with like-minded persons in pursuit of the absolute truth. In other words, one should keep up that association. A Vaishnava Bhakti should always avoid bad association. Those who are materially attached, who are additionally to illicit sex, and who are not interested in the contemplation of the absolute truth. The supreme embodiment of Sri Krishna is the final destination of the Bhakti Yogi, and Krishna says that his abode is not illuminated by sun, moon, or fire. Not illuminated by sun, moon, or fire means that the supreme abode is beyond the reach of the darkness that exists in the material world. In the supreme abode of Krishna, known by great self-realized yogis as Goloka Vrindavana, everything is filled with the self-effulgence of Krishna. The sun does not shine there, nor the moon, nor the star, nor does lightning shine. How then can fire burn? When the Supreme Being shines all these times, through his effulgence he illuminates all things. Krishna also says that once attaining the supreme abode, one never returns to the world of birth and death. The material world is filled with unlimited possibilities, but the supreme abode is invariable. The fallibility of the material world includes envy, greed, lust, hate, wishfulness, etc. But these material qualities cannot enter the abode of Krishna. Some state that the living beings in this material world have originally fallen from their eternal position in the supreme abode. Such persons are known as Buddhists. According to according to the thinking of the Buddhists, the supreme abode is polyable and subject to envy, dis- dissatisfaction, greed, hate, and so on. The word "fallible" comes from the Latin word "fallere", "fallere", that means to deceive. In order to deceive, there must be ignorance, forgetfulness, and superstition, etc. However, considering that no material qualities exist in the supreme abode, it is not possible for any living being there to become contaminated by material qualities. Krishna says that once going to that abode, one never returns to the material world. Krishna does not say that going again to the supreme abode one never returns. Therefore, it is understood by Krishna's own word that no one falls from the supreme abode. All living beings in the spiritual and material worlds are eternally Krishna's first and parti- particles. However, the living beings who are conditioned However, the living beings who are conditioned by material nature and who have no control of their senses or knowledge of the supreme abode are again and again reborn within the world of birth and death. At the time of death, they are carried away to the next body by material desire and the mind, just as the fragrance is carried by the mind. The Atma is not perceivable by the material senses, nor can it be perceived by the aid of microscope or any such scientific technology. It is transcendental before composed of substance ananda. However, the presence of the Atma can be understood by one's intelligence when one hears from Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Those with misguided intelligence and who are without knowledge cannot understand the Atma by any figure, either when it is residing in the body and when it is leaving the body at the time of death. Only those with the actual knowledge who use their intelligence properly can understand the Atma. By nature, the material world is a dark and lifeless place without luminaries like the sun, moon, and stars. The world would be dark indeed. Sri Krishna says that the light of these celestial bodies emanates emanates from him, and that he is also the potency that digests food and nourishes all life. O Bharata, the supreme Brahman illuminates the entire universe. You would know that this great effulgence belongs to me. To think that matter alone is the source of life is certainly a less intelligent proposal. The only example we have is that which we see all around us, that life comes from life. We also see that life is intelligently designed. Therefore, the rational conclusion would be that all life arises from an intelligent life source. Everything comes from Krishna. The Supreme is He from whom the certain sustenance and annihilation of the manifested universe arises. Krishna also says that He is situated in the heart of all living beings as the Paramatma, and from Him all remembrance, knowledge, and forgetfulness arises. He says, it is He alone who is to be known through the Vedas. He reveals the Vedanta and the end of knowledge, and it is He who is known of the Vedas. This is also confirmed in the Hari Varsha as follows: in the beginning, the middle, and the end, all the Vedas, the Ramayana, the Purana, and the Mahabharata only glorify Krishna. The Vedas are divided into four main divisions: Rig, Yajur, Sam, and Atharva Vedas. Then comes the Upanishad and supplementary literature such as the 18 Purans, including the Srimad Bhagavatam, Mahabharata, Ramayana, and Vedanta Sukta. In all this, it is Lord Sri Krishna who is to be known. The fallible beings in the world are those under the three modes of material nature, and the infallible beings are those engaged in the pursuit of transcendental knowledge through the cultivation of Krishna consciousness. The infallible living beings are known as liberated. Sri Krishna says that he is superior to the fallible living beings, and he is also transcendental to those who are infallible because he is the supreme person. This means that at no time do the liberated living beings become the supreme or one with Krishna. He is and always will be the supreme person. This is the declaration found in Bhagavad Gita and throughout the Vedic literature. Krishna alone is the supreme controller; all others are his servants. They dance as he leads them to so. Raising my arms in the air, I loudly declare that there is no text greater than the Vedas, and no deity is superior to Keshava or Krishna. Again and again I say, this is true, this is true, this is true. Perfection of life in the material world means the cultivation of social structure, economic development, material enjoyment, and salvation. History shows us that seldom ever does a civilization progress beyond social structure, economic development, and material enjoyment. Salvation is the fourth goal of life and is rarely sought by those absorbed in material consciousness. Such societies are easily satisfied by the principle of creation and fulfillment, meaning no real than salvation. However, is the goal of life, Bhakti or Bhakti Yoga, and the Yoga of Love. The Supreme Person Sri Krishna and his transcendental realm of Brahma, Vindavana are the most worshipped objects. The supreme method of worshipping him is that adopted by basically Buddhists from the wives of virtue. Srimad Bhagavatam is the most clear, most authoritative authoritative Shastra, and divine love is the fifth and highest achievement of human Gita of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he has the highest regard for his enthusiasm. Thus, the student of Bhagavad Gita has revealed from the first few days of modern society because all such achievements of individual life do not lead to union with the Supreme Person. Only that which leads on to Sri Krishna leads to the goal of one fight. In session that in the chapter 16, the Mandir entitled My Yoga from the conversation between Sri Krishna Arjuna and the Upanishad known as Srimad Bhagavad Gita Purana, of divine knowledge from the Vishnu Purana Mahabharata, the literature written by the science and chapter 16. Sarveshwara Sampati the yoga of discrimination, fears and inferior nature. In this chapter, Sri Krishna described to Arjuna that two general categories of human beings, devas and asuras, are Kshatriyas and Kshatriyas. Up to this point, throughout the Gita, Krishna has mentioned many of the qualities and characteristics of the Deva. These are the qualities of what would call a good human being, and these qualities are also conductive for self-realization. These are described in verse 1 to 3 of this chapter. Now Krishna began to detail the qualities of the Asuras so that Arjuna can decide upon the path that he must take in the life and the association he must choose. Ultimately, being able to distinguish between pious and impious nature, Arjuna will be able to perform the duties that lie ahead of him at Kurukshetra. The inability of discriminate between proper and improper actions is the first recognizable characteristic of an Ashura. Additionally, Sri Krishna says they do not know what is purity, proper behavior, or truthfulness, or or authority and mercy are most desirable qualities for a human being, but these are totally lacking in consciousness and towards the nature of man. Ashura Sri Krishna continues to describe in detail the qualities and characteristics of an Ashura mentality, and if one takes careful note of what Krishna is saying, then one is faced with the strong realization that the world in which is painted on which is by by the thinking and activities of the Ashura. The structure of our world is now based on Ramnath, the consumerism, the shop till a drop mentality. Enjoy. The if it feels good, do it. Usually it is everywhere. We are led to believe that there is no ultimate reality. That is one life is the all in one and perfect. degradation of the environment, economic collapse, extinction of species, and even genocide of certain race of humans. Have we, have we new eyes to see what is happening? Has the human race become so proud and arrogant of its achievement that it has become blind? This government is essential in a civilized world. Such a government is for the purpose of safeguarding society from danger, not just from the danger of an inferior, but also from the threat of unwholesome ideologies that may destroy a civilization from within. Unfortunately, it seems as two governments worldwide have abandoned all the sources of proper behavior and protesters have become the living plunderers of the people, amassing wealth by any means and depriving the people from even the most basic necessities of life which before no notion in the world is in a period of great darkness at the hands of the Osura mentality. From their high pulpits, the heads of state declare our enemies must be killed. The bewildered must be defeated. We shall be victorious. We shall rule the world. We shall enjoy. We are the chosen people. We are powerful. We are happy, and our none are our equals. And while the hysteria of the masses runs wild, the innocents are sent to the grave, and the earth seeks to have children. Yet it seems we are unfazed. Such freshness is our ignorance. Unfortunately, there is no happiness, no success, no well-being, nor advancement in self-realization when one follows the path of Yoga. What is Tibetan? Sri Krishna identifies the genuine characteristics of the Osira mentality in the verse 21 as Kama, Krodha, and Yoga, lust, anger, and hate. These are indeed the cause of great misfortune and all diseases, and such are the destroyers of self-realization. Therefore, lust, anger, and hate must be conquered by one who wants to make progress in human life, to, triumph, to triumph over the great enemies of lust, anger, and hate. We must apply oneself diligently to control the sins and perform the prescribed activities in Bhakti Yoga known as sadhana. The practice of sadhana is learned from the Guru, a Tattvadarshi who has seen the truth, and the Guru instructs the student according to their ability and present state of advancement. of the Mahamudra is relieve us from all undesirable habits or unwanted urges. This all miseries chant and the Mahamudra. Nothing else is necessary. Chant the Mahamantra and begins to realize in this dark age of Kali Yuga is the most broad and wider peace, especially conception. Let us all go down to Sri Krishna. With the chapters, ends the chapter 6, entitled Durga Shura from first with Yoga from the concentration from the conversation between Sri Krishna origin and the Upanishad known as Yoga Hospitable Yoga of divine knowledge. From the Vishwapuram of Mahabharata, the literature records by the 100,000 years.